Welcome back to Coin Collector, the channel where history is hidden in plain sight, right inside your pocket change. Today, we are diving deep into the story of the United Kingdom 1969 10-pence coin. At first glance it might just look like a simple piece of old currency, but when you peel back the layers, this coin tells the story of a nation in the middle of a huge monetary revolution. Let's begin with some background. The 1969 10-pence coin was part of Britain's bold step into decimalisation. Before 1971, the United Kingdom used the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. That meant 12 pence made 1 shilling, and 20 shillings made 1 pound. Complicated? Definitely. So the government began preparing people for the big change. In 1968, the new 5 pence and 10 pence coins were introduced. They were designed to be the exact same size and weight as the old 1 shilling and 2 shilling coins. That way, people could start using them right away without confusion. The 1969 10-pence coin carried forward that same purpose. It looked modern, it was part of the new decimal system, but it felt familiar in the hand of every Briton who had grown up with the 2 shilling coin. Now let's talk about the design. On the obverse, or front of the coin, we see Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This portrait was designed by Arnold Machin and became one of the most recognizable images of the Queen ever struck on British coinage. Around the portrait are the words Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, and the year 1969. On the reverse side we find one of the most iconic images in British heraldry, the crowned lion passant gourdant. A proud lion walking confidently, head turned toward the viewer, with a crown perched above. Beneath it, the words, New Pence, and the number 10, bold and clear. This design symbolized both continuity and strength as the UK entered a new age of currency. Physically, the coin was made of copper nickel, weighed about 11.3 grams, had a diameter of 28.5 millimeters, and a thickness of just over 2 millimeters. To put it simply, it was a solid, heavy coin compared to the modern 10p pieces we use today. Now here's where things get interesting. In 1969, over 314 million of these coins were minted. That makes it a very common issue, and because of that, most circulated examples today are worth only about 20 to 30 pence in the collector's market, maybe up to 1 or 2 pounds if in uncirculated condition. So if you stumble across one in your old change jar, don't expect to retire on it. But here's the secret. Even though the value in money isn't huge, the value in history is priceless. These coins mark the transition period before Decimal Day in February 1971, when Britain finally abandoned the old system and switched entirely to decimal. The 1969 10-pence is a time capsule that carries both the old and the new, bridging centuries of tradition with the modern currency system we know today. And here's another twist, these large 10-pence coins stayed in circulation until 1992, when the Royal Mint replaced them with the smaller, lighter version we still use. That means for more than 20 years, Britons carried these hefty coins around in their pockets. When they were demonetized in 1993, millions were withdrawn and melted down, but collectors preserved many examples, making sure the story lives on. So what should you look for as a collector? Condition is everything. A well-circulated coin might only fetch a few pennies over face value, but an uncirculated or proof strike can be worth a lot more. In rare cases, if you have one in mint state condition, slabbed and graded by a professional service, you could be looking at values in the range of 10 to 30 pounds, sometimes higher. Proof sets from 1969, containing these coins, also hold significant interest for numismatists. To wrap it up, the 1969 10-pence coin may not make you rich, but it is a cornerstone of modern British coinage. It represents a changing nation, the adaptation of old traditions into a new decimal system, and the vision of a currency designed to stand strong for generations. It's one of those coins that tells a bigger story than its small size would suggest. So next time you come across a 1969 10-pence coin, remember, you're not just holding a piece of metal, you're holding the history of Britain's money, the end of one era and the dawn of another. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Coin Collector for more hidden stories behind the coins in your pocket. And who knows, the next coin we uncover might just surprise you.